Hi, everybody. Hi there. Welcome to this episode of Random Stuff here on Tuesday tonight rather than Monday. Couldn't make it last night. Oops. I just had some notifications coming up there. Sorry about that. I'm also on Instagram over here. So if I'm looking over there, you guys will know what I'm up to. But anyways, thank you for joining me. Welcome to this live tonight. Tonight I'm going to talk about something just a little bit different. Normally that I would talk about over on my business page, which is Merla K on Facebook and Merla K Organics on Instagram. So if you are here and it's the first time here, please, you can join me over there on Wednesdays. That would be great. But so we're going to do something just a little bit different. I'm going to talk about like some healthier choices to make when making desserts. Just some things that I found out just when doing some research this month. So over on my business page, Merla K, and on Instagram this month, I'm going to be talking about this very thing, making some healthier dessert choices, things that you can use in desserts that are a healthier choice. So I thought, just to share something a little bit different tonight, I thought I would share that. So if you've caught me live here tonight and you're here, please give me a shout out, wave, or whatever. Tell me where you're watching from. That would be awesome. I always enjoy getting back to you afterwards and thanking you for watching, because I know social media is a crazy busy space and there's lots going on. So many people posting and doing lives and whatever. So I always really appreciate it when anybody takes the time to stop in and watch. And as you all know, I like going live. So I've been doing it for a while now. One of my online coach and mentor, Helen Martin from Australia, who I've been kind of following along because I love her teaching. She helps us go live. She gives us a lot of tips and strategies of doing it and getting more comfortable. So that's kind of why I do this. Partly is for my business and just for fun, just for people to get to know who I am, kind of what I'm about, and it's a good way of connecting rather than just doing posts. So so that's why I'm doing this. So welcome here. And if you have not met me ever before and it's your first time here, my name is actually Merla Kruger and I'm from Brandon, Manitoba, Canada. And like I said, I have a business page and normally I go live over there, but I started doing it here. And I over there do a lot of videos with cooking, utilizing organic extracts and organic spices that I try to incorporate ones that I have in the company that I'm with. So I'm with a direct sales company that offers them. So that's what got me enticed to get started with that page. I changed it up a while ago, a couple of years ago, and started bringing more things that are of interest to people, like actually cooking things with the spices to make it more fun and more creative in the kitchen for me, because I struggle in the kitchen. So it's one way that I felt I could do that and show how you use these things. So tonight I thought we'd sort of have a little bit of a theme with that, going alongside with what's going over on my business page. So there's just 5 things that I researched a little bit yesterday and today. I have some notes in front of me, so bear with me if I'm looking down a little bit, because I can't remember everything that I read and I get tongue-tied when I'm on here. So these are things that I've researched and found on the internet. And if you follow along, we might all learn something. It's not things that I've always done for myself, just so you know, I'm no expert at this, but I'm trying. So number 1 is to swap out refined sugar for fruit whenever you can when you're making something. So you could try, for instance, the suggestion they give is just to try swapping out half of the refined sugar in your recipe for extra fruit. So fruit contains, of course, as we know, natural sugars that are great for adding sweetness to anything that you're making, your baked goods, and also would boost your fiber, and also would boost the nutrients to give you more vitamins in whatever you're making. So Of course, the favorite fruits for baking would be our banana, apple, or kind of the standard, blueberries, that sort of thing. So replacing the sugar in your recipe, you could also use applesauce. Or a shredded apple, keep the peeling on. I always keep the peel on. That helps too. Gives an extra sort of fiber to what you're making. Or a mashed up banana in there. And also the use of honey or say maple syrup is actually a healthier choice than actually the refined sugar. So that's an option as well, depending on what you're making. So, and use ripe bananas in your baking because they're actually add more sweetness to your dish. When the riper the bananas are, the sweeter they are. So, yeah. So I'm just going to read here what it says. It says, with this whip, you'll need to fine tune the amount of liquid in your recipe when you do this. So typically reducing the milk or the water by 1/4 cup will do the trick. If the recipe calls for no added liquid, then there's no need to adjust. But the swap works really well when you're doing like loaves, muffins, or brownies. So that's tip number 1. So tip number 2 was replacing butter or oil. If you're trying to cut down on the fat intake, is to add in Greek yogurt instead, which I've never really, I've baked with Greek yogurt, but I've never really tried it as an actual swap in something. So I thought that was kind of interesting. So they're saying here to swap out the oil, sour cream, or butter in your recipe for a Greek yogurt as a healthier, high protein alternative. Well, I have done that actually with dips. I have done that where a dip would call for sour cream. I've used the Greek yogurt in a dessert instead of the sour cream, and that would give you more protein, right? So I have actually done it in that. So it would actually, like it says, up your protein intake, and your dessert will also get a boost of calcium and vitamin D. So I thought that was kind of interesting. So it says choose plain unsweetened yogurt. Don't use those ones, the Greek yogurts that have the fruit in it, because they'll be extra sweet. And don't be afraid to use the Greek yogurt that has the fat, because that's a good kind of fat to have in your dessert. It gives it also a creamier consistency to the dessert that you're making rather than the zero fat. So yeah, so I thought that was a good tip. Let me know if you've tried anything like that when you're making desserts, if you've swapped out some items like that. Number 3, replace white flour for whole wheat flour. So using whole wheat flour, oh my goodness, tongue-tied. Whole wheat flour, that's a lot of oohs and ahs in your next dessert try it to add more nutrients like fiber, the vitamin Bs, and potassium and iron. So try replacing half of the white flour in your recipe if you don't want to do the whole thing. I've done that actually. So that's a good choice. I'm just going to read some things here because I just don't remember exactly all about it, but there are some key steps to make sure that your whole wheat dessert is as tasty as it can be. So sifting your flour before adding it to your recipe does give your dessert a lighter consistency. Mixing your dough or batter just enough so that the ingredients are combined, but not mixing it too much. So since whole wheat flour contains more gluten than white flour, over mixing can make the baked goods seem kind of tough and chewier. So I've known that to be true for sure. So that's one tip. Making them more healthier and is to switch it out with the whole wheat flour. So number 4, eggs. Using eggs to naturally bind your ingredients together. Eggs are high in protein and many important nutrients they have, such as vitamin A, D, B12, iron. Not only do they boost the nutrients, but they firm it up, that's for sure. They firm up your dessert, like your muffins or whatever you're making. The protein in eggs firms it up and solidify when heated, gives important structural support to your dessert. So yeah, and then there's something in eggs that's found in the yolk, and I can't pronounce it. It's a natural emulsifier that helps to create a smooth batter. So using eggs whenever possible is definitely going to boost up your nutrients in your dish and give you more vitamins and that sort of thing. So that was tip number 4. Tip number 5. Okay, we've heard this one lots. Instead of like when you call for chocolate chips, always choose the dark chocolate. Opt for dark chocolate. That's the tip number 5. So if your recipe calls for chocolate, always opt for dark chocolate instead of the milk chocolate. It gives it more flavor and less sugar. So it's the healthiest option to use. So look for dark chocolate that has at least 70% of cocoa solids in it. So as we all know, dark chocolate is way more healthier than regular chocolate chips. So that's my really quick 5 tips on some options that probably we all have known, but just kind of refresh our memory. And come and join me tomorrow. I'm making some banana muffins over there, and just with a few different ingredients that I've never tried before. So I'm hoping that they turn out well. So it's going to be at 4:00 tomorrow Central Time over on Merla K. You can see it in my bio, the link there, and you can start following me if you haven't. That would be great. So, oh, hi, Susan. Oh, great. Thank you for catching me as well. That's really cool. Susan is such a good friend and always is so supportive in what I'm doing on social media. I really appreciate it. Yeah, you'll have to see. I don't know if you're around tomorrow, Susan, but at 4:00, I'm going to try these banana muffins with oatmeal. So should be fun. So yeah, that'd be great if you can join me. That would be awesome. She says, it sounds like a good recipe. I hope so. Yes. And as always, I've tweaked it to suit my myself. I like adding things that my company has that enhance, like the extracts and that we have always enhance a recipe. So I like to add those in and try it. So we're doing that tomorrow. So it should be fun. Anyways, thanks for joining me here with these 5 little tips that I gave you tonight. I hope they were kind of helpful. I thought some of them were good reminders for me. So anyways, I have another meeting going on in 45 minutes, so I should get off and get ready for that meeting. It's a Zoom call. So take care and thanks for watching. Bye now.